Hi everybody, Akaba, welcome to my channel. This is Nana Ashanti. If today is your first time, you are in luck because we're about to get into a topic that I've tried to do for some time now in person, but now I get to do it with you guys on my YouTube channel. Now, before I start anything at all, I want you guys to take a look at this screenshot. Now, when I was doing my research, you know how I love to do my research, for this particular video, I came across this Google review for a restaurant, and it's just the case study for the topic we're about to talk about. Just pause this video and look at the screenshot. Everywhere in the world, when you're starting a business, you're always worried about the demand and the supply. Will people like this thing that I'm doing? Will people patronize it? Will people be interested in it? When it comes to Africa and Ghana, there is a unique problem that I have dealt with that I feel like I should warn you about. It is the number one business killer, idea killer on this continent. Now, usually I just stick to Ghana because that's what I'm familiar with, but I'm getting to know lately that things that affect us over here in Ghana kind of affects other African countries as well, because really, if you look at it, we are kind of the same person divided into like 50 different parts. We are the same people, we act the same way, we do a lot of things the same way, so our problems are actually not very different. This is what I noticed about this problem. The biggest threat to your business in Ghana, in Africa, is not external, it's internal. It is your human resource, your employees. They will absolutely burn your business to the ground. Now, I know some of you have had experiences with this, so I want you to go into the comment section if you have ever encountered what I'm about to talk about with your business, with your employees. Put them down below. Now, I'm going to tell you about how employees kill businesses. I'm also going to tell you how to avoid it. So if this video gets a little too long, I'm going to split it into part 1 and 2 so we can properly digest and talk about this topic. The number one business killer in Ghana, in Africa, are your employees, your human resource. Why is this so? I'll tell you right now. Now, if I count all the businesses I do from a day to day, all the businesses I've managed, even till now, what I own, I can count about 26 employees that I currently have. And I'm about to add 2 more this weekend, so that would make about 28 employees. Now, I've been in Ghana for 5 years, so I have gone through a few of them, and I'm telling you, this is a real thing. Now, the reason why this happens is there's an issue with the work ethic in this country, on this continent. I ask people, why do they think the work ethic is like that? And what I was told was that when colonization was happening, a lot of the formal jobs, apart from their actual jobs, which are the farming, the hunting and stuff, the actual like corporate jobs and stuff were run by the man, by the man. And so people's rebellion at the time was to work as little as possible, go whenever they wanted to go home, come whenever time they wanted to show up, and most of them could not be fired because of the affiliation with the governments. So a lot of people developed this work ethic that was like, oh, it's not my father's business, it belongs to the white man, why should I work hard? Now, I support a protest, okay? I love a good protest. But what that has done, it has trickled into generations and generations of when people feel like if the job you're doing is actually not theirs. Now, do I think the work ethic might have been affected by some sort of colonization at the time as a protest? Probably, but I don't trust that. I don't believe that. I think there's some sort of nonchalance like that is in our cultures that we just don't seem to care about a lot of things, especially here in Ghana, from what I know. And also, I think some of the fault is from employers as well. So it's a mix. It's a mix between what the employees are willing to do and what the employers are actually doing to the employees. So here it goes. Number one thing for when it comes to making sure your human resource does not absolutely kill your business is to hire strangers, is to hire people you do not know. Now, this is very un-Ghanaian, un-African maybe, just not Black, because we're a community. Everywhere in the world that Black people are, we're a community. Now, the issue with that is that if you hire somebody that you do know, there is like a higher likelihood of the nonchalance even increasing and them they just not caring about your business or what it is that you're doing. The best thing for you to do if you're looking to hire employees is even not to take recommendations from people that you know. You just need to put it out there, either through a talent agency, either on the internet, on a website, something, looking for people on flyers, asking for people who know how to do the actual things. There are websites like Jobberman Ghana that you can find workers at. They are really good. These are some of the resources that you need to use if you're trying to hire people. Save that. I will definitely not advise you hiring somebody you know, because sometimes we think that, oh, if I know somebody, the trust is there and I don't have to build it as much. I can trust them with money. I can trust them with accounting, and making sure like my interest is their interest. But most of the times over here, like I have told you, if the person do not own the business, they are there for what they're there to work for you. So it's better if you hire somebody who has the experience that you're looking for than hire somebody that you do know who you're going to end up ruining your actual relationship with the person and then the working relationship as well. So hire strangers, do not hire anybody that you know. That's number one. Number two thing that I would say to make sure that your human resource is not killing your business is to pay competitively. Pay people properly. A lot of the businesses in Ghana that I have seen pay their workers such abysmal salaries. It's pathetic. And we use a system where they get paid monthly. Look at how expensive the whole world is right now. Do you really think that somebody that works 6 days a week, also the hours you make your employees work, we're going to talk about that, but the pay versus how much people are working is just not matching. Why would I give you my all? Why would I even do my actual job if you're not paying me well? This is the fault of the employers. People do not pay their workers properly. I have seen that, and it's just an issue. The labor commission, I think recently in the budget, the minimum wage was increased from 13 Ghana cedis to 18 Ghana cedis, if I'm accurate. It is disgusting to say the least. What is $1.50 a day going to do for people who are in communities that have families? They have to feed their children. You have to pay competitive. You need to look at what everybody is paying in your industry and then just do a little bit above that with better working conditions. If you do this, you should be able to retain some employees for a long time. On the heels of paying your workers competitively, is also giving them a proper time working hours. Now, I say this because recently for my shop, I switched to a system where people work 3 days on and 4 days off because I wanted to try something. Initially it was 4 days and then 3 days off, but then I switched it around to do 3 days on, 4 days off, for full-time salary. And I will say that I have my employees, I have had them since I started, I have had them the whole time because there really isn't any reason for them to be overworked. And this is part of the reason that customer service and experience is so bad in this country, because how do you expect someone to work 10 to 12 hours a day and then still be effective in handling clients? It's just not going to work because you're so exhausted from working that they do not have the time to be nice to people, to service people. So you want to make sure the hours and the pay are right. And this is for employers, because employees, there's a high unemployment rate in this country, unfortunately. Whatever salary you're paying, there's somebody that's willing to take it. It does not mean that you take advantage of their situation and pay them less, because what's going to happen is that your business is going to be dead on arrival, because the people that are actually facing your customers, they're tired, they're exhausted, they're not getting paid properly. They have no reason to treat your company the way you want it to be treated. So better pay, better hours.